So, more props?
Calibrate, calibrate. Let's make sure everything aligns.
Hi and welcome to Crafts by Two. I'm Ken.
And I'm George. In this video, we go in depth with the new Cricut Explore Print Then Cut feature. This time, we learn how to calibrate our machines. And it's easy as pie.
But it's super important that you do it right.
Yeah, because like pie, if your recipe isn't right, it's not going to come out good at all. So I'm going to show you how to calibrate your machine so you can use Print Then Cut. So if you come up to the green square and click on it, you'll see a new selection, Calibration. Select that. It brings up the Print Calibration window. Click Continue. So what it's telling you now is it's going to print this out on your printer. You'll need this print to calibrate your machine correctly. The way this print dialog looks can change depending upon which internet browser you're using. Right now we're using Chrome and printing to our Epson wide format printer. Click Print and it's printing it out for us. Then we're going to put it on our mat like you would a normal piece of paper. We're going to select our Cricut. We've already loaded it in. We're going to switch the dial to paper because we printed it on normal paper. Then we're going to press go. So what it's doing right now is scanning the registration marks. So it knows exactly where things are on the paper. And now it's doing a test cut for us. What it's doing is testing to make sure that it knows where the images are on the paper. So without taking the paper off the mat or the mat out of the Cricut, check to make sure that the inner square is cut perfectly center. If it's off, then you should say no at this dialog, and it will ask you to print out another calibration sheet and try calibrating once again. But for us, it's done it perfectly, so we're going to say yes. And continue. What it's doing now is making calibration cuts along the horizontal and then along the vertical of the paper. And then it'll push the paper out so you can see them. Once it's done with the cuts, you're going to say which line is best cut along the top and along the right side. If you've ever seen a Cricut Imagine machine, this is very similar to how you used to calibrate that. So Ken will check the top number.
10.
And he thinks 10 is the closest.
K.
And K.
For Ken.
For Ken. So you just select that for top and right and say continue. And now it's doing one final test cut, the big square. How did that cut, Ken?
Everything cut out perfectly.
So, as you can see, Ken removed the paper from the mat, which is okay at this point. So it cut out perfectly. We're going to say yes and say continue. Now it's just asking to save your settings. We're going to save. It ejects the mat, saved our settings, and closed the calibration window. Wasn't that really, really easy to do? And now, all the rest of your cuts going forward should be pretty much perfect.
Wow, that really was pretty easy. Even you could do it.
Yep. What? So some tips that we found with our experience with calibration and using different printers. If you're a house that has more than one printer, you should pick one printer to use print then cut, because the calibration for each printer could be different. If you get a new printer or want to use a different printer, you should run the calibration again on that new printer.
We also want to let you know that Cricut has generously given us a Cricut Explore to give away, plus a bundle of the new print and cut materials, the stickers and the printable vinyl. So you could win a complete print and cut package. We're not sure of the details yet of when we're going to be giving this away, so you'll want to subscribe to our videos using the link up in the corner, and that way you won't miss out when we do make our announcement.
We have a whole playlist on YouTube of all our print then cut videos. In addition to just our print then cut videos, we've partnered with Melody Lane Designs, and her videos will be in our playlist as well.
And she's doing the same thing. So if you're watching one of our playlists, you'll get to see a whole range of experiences with print then cut.
And as we come out with more videos, they'll be added to the playlist. So make sure you subscribe and check back often. So, till next Tuesday, or probably 10 more minutes, because I want to run and get a drink. I'm a little thirsty. And we're shooting a lot of videos for print then cut. Right?
Yep.
We'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.
Calibrate, calibrate,